Have you ever done something you thought was healthy, only to find out it was quietly hurting you? Imagine taking a vitamin every morning, the same way you brush your teeth, believing it will protect your body. And then one day waking up in a hospital bed, your kidneys failing, your independence slipping away, all because of that very same pill. This isn't science fiction, it really happened. I'll share her story with you, and more importantly, I'll explain how you can avoid the same hidden danger. Because the truth is, sometimes the very things we think are safe, vitamins, supplements, health boosters, can become villains inside our bodies when we least expect it. I'm Dr. Brian, and welcome to Channel Vital Science for Seniors. Today we'll explore a shocking case that reveals why more is not always better when it comes to vitamins, and how to protect your kidneys and your future. In December of 2012, a 55-year-old woman arrived at the hospital gravely ill. She had lived with kidney disease for years, but this time something was different. Her decline was terrifyingly fast. Her temperature had dropped dangerously low, her body was swollen, and her heart slowed as if it were tired of beating. Tests revealed her creatinine, a marker of kidney function, had skyrocketed far beyond safe limits. Doctors rushed her into intensive care, started dialysis, and searched for answers. To their shock, the culprit wasn't an exotic poison or rare disease. It was vitamin C, the supplement she took faithfully each day. This story teaches us something many people overlook. Vitamins are not always harmless. For those living with chronic conditions like kidney disease, even small daily choices can tip the balance between health and crisis. The woman believed she was strengthening her body, but instead the extra vitamin C acted like sand in the gears of a delicate machine, clogging her kidneys until they could no longer keep up. The lesson is simple but powerful. We must treat supplements with the same respect we give medications, and never assume that because something is natural, it is automatically safe for everyone. Her case is not an isolated tragedy. I remember a young woman who shared her immune-boosting routines on TikTok. She swallowed handfuls of vitamins each day, proudly showing the bottles to her followers. But not long after, she was in the emergency room, doubled over with kidney stones that felt like knives inside her body. Another patient, a 61-year-old man, came in with severe abdominal pain. At first, doctors suspected his pancreas. Instead, tests revealed the hidden cause. Months of overdosing on supplements had overwhelmed his kidneys. These stories remind us that good intentions, without guidance, can sometimes lead to harm. Your kidneys are like quiet custodians working day and night, straining every drop of blood to clear away waste and keep your body in balance. They decide how much water stays, which minerals go, and they even help control blood pressure. But when these filters are weakened, they lose the ability to keep up. Extra vitamins, instead of being flushed away, can build up like sludge in a clogged pipe. Over time, that buildup can scar and damage the kidneys, turning helpful nutrients into hidden threats. Protecting these small but mighty organs is essential for preserving health and independence. When most of us think of vitamins, we imagine little shields, tiny capsules of protection that guard us against illness and aging. We've been told since childhood that vitamins make us stronger, that they're the key to staying youthful and resilient. And for the most part, in the right amounts, that's true. But here's the hidden twist. When your kidneys are fragile, those same protectors can sometimes turn into saboteurs. It's like having a guest in your home who brings a gift, only to discover that inside the wrapping paper is something heavy enough to crack your foundation. Let me walk you through the most important vitamins to understand, especially if you or someone you love has kidney disease, high creatinine, or wants to protect kidney function for the years ahead. Take vitamin C. You probably know it as the vitamin of oranges and sunshine, the one we're told will fight colds and boost immunity. In moderation, it's a valuable ally. It helps the body make collagen, supports healing, and even protects our cells from daily wear and tear. But here's the problem. When the kidneys aren't fully healthy, excess vitamin C doesn't leave the body as it should. It's converted into something called oxalate, which can form sharp crystals. Picture tiny shards of glass forming inside your kidneys, scratching and blocking the delicate tissue. That's what happened to the 55-year-old woman we spoke about earlier. Instead of flushing away harmlessly, the vitamin C piled up, damaging her organs from the inside. For people with chronic kidney disease, Even doses that seem normal to others, just a few hundred milligrams, can tip the scale toward danger. That's why doctors recommend no more than 60 to 100 milligrams a day in these cases. The safer path? Enjoy vitamin C the way nature designed it. In food. A bowl of strawberries, a slice of kiwi, a handful of bell peppers. All of these deliver vitamin C in amounts the body can handle gracefully, paired with fibers and antioxidants that help balance its effects. Supplements, on the other hand, are like trying to drink from a fire hose. Too much, too fast, overwhelming the system. Now let's talk about vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin. It helps our bodies absorb calcium, strengthens our bones, and supports immunity. Many seniors are told to take it, especially during the winter months when sunlight is scarce. But vitamin D is fat-soluble, which means it doesn't wash out with urine like vitamin C does. Instead, it lingers in the body, stored away in fat and liver, slowly building up. If too much accumulates, calcium levels in the blood can soar dangerously high, a condition called hypercalcemia. Imagine your blood turning into a chalky river, depositing bits of calcium into places where they don't belong: the kidneys, the heart, even the blood vessels. Over time, this can lead to kidney stones, kidney damage, or even failure. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine highlighted how excessive vitamin D supplementation, taken without medical supervision, can do more harm than good. For most older adults, the safe zone is around 600 to 800 international units a day, and no more than 4,000 unless specifically guided by a doctor. And here's an important detail. Vitamin D works best in partnership with other nutrients. Magnesium helps activate it, while vitamin K2 directs the calcium to your bones, where it belongs instead of your kidneys or arteries. It's like a team effort. Each player has a role, and when one is missing, the game falls apart. Vitamin E is another nutrient that carries a double edge. Naturally, it's an antioxidant, a protector of cells. In its natural form, found in foods like sunflower seeds, almonds, and leafy greens, it's safe and helpful. But many supplements use a synthetic form called alpha-tocopherol, and that's where trouble can begin. Research has linked high doses of synthetic vitamin E to increased blood pressure, higher risk of stroke, and weakened bones. For someone with kidney disease, the danger compounds. The kidneys are already working harder, and adding synthetic vitamin E is like handing them a heavy sack of bricks. They just can't clear it efficiently. Over time, the stress can accelerate decline. I once cared for a patient, Harold, who believed he was covering his bases by taking a multivitamin loaded with synthetic vitamin E. He was stunned when his blood pressure worsened and his cholesterol climbed, even though he was careful with his diet. Switching him back to natural sources, handfuls of nuts, fresh spinach, seeds sprinkled over breakfast, helped restore balance. The lesson here is simple. Not all forms of vitamins are created equal, and the synthetic versions can sometimes act more like imposters than healers. Vitamin B12 is vital for the brain and the blood. It helps create DNA, fuels our energy, and protects memory. But again, the form matters. The cheaper, more common version in supplements is called cyanocobalamin, which, as its name suggests, contains small amounts of cyanide. For a healthy body, the kidneys can easily filter out these traces. But in someone with chronic kidney disease, this toxin can build up, adding stress to already burdened organs. A safer alternative is methylcobalamin, the natural form, which bypasses the problem entirely. For kidney patients, the recommended daily dose is modest, about 60 to 100 micrograms, and it's enough to maintain health without inviting harm. I remember one gentleman, Thomas, who struggled with fatigue and foggy memory. He was taking high-dose B-complex pills without realizing they were loaded with cyanocobalamin. When we switched him to a lower dose of methylcobalamin, his energy lifted within weeks, and his kidney tests stopped worsening. Sometimes the fix isn't in doing more, it's in choosing better. And then there's vitamin A. This one is tricky because it's stored in the body and accumulates over time. In small doses, it's essential for vision, immune strength, and skin health. But when too much builds up, it can cause headaches, dizziness, liver problems, and brittle bones. For people with kidney disease, the risk is even higher because their bodies can't clear the excess. Synthetic vitamin A, often labeled as retinol palmitate, is especially dangerous in high doses. I've seen patients unknowingly consume toxic amounts through over-the-counter supplements, believing they were simply supporting their eyesight. Safer sources are foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens, which contain beta-carotene. The beauty of beta-carotene is that your body converts it into vitamin A only as needed, never in harmful amounts. It's like having a smart faucet that pours exactly as much water as you need, then shuts off. For most adults, the recommended daily intake is 700 to 900 micrograms, a target easily met with a balanced diet. What ties all of these stories and nutrients together is a truth we often forget. The kidneys are not just filters, they are guardians. When we overwhelm them with excess vitamins, especially in the wrong forms, it's like overloading a dam during a storm. Eventually, the structure cracks. But when we respect the balance, choosing natural foods, moderate doses, and guidance from a trusted doctor, we give our kidneys the chance to thrive. If you have high creatinine, if you're living with kidney disease, or if you simply want to protect kidney health for the years ahead, the path is not in piling on more supplements, but in finding the right balance. Build your diet around low potassium foods when needed, lean into fresh fruits and vegetables that support rather than strain, and see vitamins as tools to be used wisely, not weapons to be feared or abused. The science is clear, but more than that, the stories are real. Behind every statistic is a person who once believed that more vitamins meant more health, only to discover that their kidneys couldn't keep up. My hope is that you carry forward this knowledge with both caution and confidence. You don't need to live in fear of vitamins, but you do need to treat them with respect, just as you would with powerful medicines. In the end, your kidneys will thank you, and so will your future self. So here's what I want you to take with you. Your body is wise and your kidneys are precious guardians of your health. Vitamins can be friends, but only when chosen with care and respect for your unique needs. At any age, especially after 50, you still hold the power to protect your kidneys, lower your creatinine, and build a diet for kidney disease that supports life rather than drains it. Lean on natural foods, consult your doctor before supplements, and remember, your future can still be bright, strong, and independent.